Irrational consumer behaviour is what we will be looking at today. So, it's a really important aspect of behavioural economics because although we learn about all these theories and concepts and things, the truth is we don't live in a world of economists, so applying them is going to be very, very different. And this is because consumers don't always like to behave properly as they should. So, for examples, we have got this thing called herding behaviour. So individual consumers may exhibit herding behaviour, buying a product because others are doing so, rather than because of intrinsic instincts. So people also seem to take decisions that are altruistic, I really like that word, altruistic, in nature, such as giving to charity or behaving in ways that people see fit to be socially acceptable. So a herding behaviour example might be everyone has iPhones. Well, not everyone has iPhones. A lot of people got iPhones nowadays, so it's kind of a trend. It's a trend people like to follow. So we use this herding behaviour and we act because others are doing so, even though iPhones are very expensive, and if no one else had them, you probably wouldn't think to buy them. But this herding behaviour enables our mind to think that that's what we should be doing. Consumer may also not react to a price change due to the development of consumption habits, which may lead to persistent behaviour, even if this is costly. So, say for example, in my sixth form, what they called sixth form vending machine, we had these Kit Kats, okay, and they started off being 60p at the beginning of the year, and people thought, okay, yeah, I'll keep getting it. And then suddenly they were up to 90p, which I think is a bit ridiculous considering you can get full for £1 in Iceland, well, as of 2016. But because people got in these habits, me included, I was willing to pay this 90p despite it being well over the actual normal cost, just because of this habitual behaviour. Another example is people may also take decisions on impulse. So, for example, if you're buying clothes in a sale, in some cases, seeming irrational behaviour may reflect information overload. There may be too much information about consumption possibilities that consumers are able to absorb and interpret, or indeed it may be that the information about products is difficult to gather or analyse. So people then make these irrational decisions based on the best information that they can find, or the most information that they're capable of analysing. So, for example, if you're on a shopping day out, it's Boxing Day, mad sales everywhere, even if a new look's the first shop you've gone into, you might think, oh my god, everything's so cheap. Right, in case I can't find this in any other shop, I'm just going to buy it now. Buy it now. And there's just so much information, there's so much people, there's so much prices, so much sale things flashing at you. You cannot make an informed decision, so you end up spending so much money on these amazing Boxing Day sales, even though they actually might not be any better than kind of a bog standard, end of summer sale. Although actually, to be honest, we do spend a lot of money in them as well. So that's a bit more of a real example. But for example, if you're considering buying something that involves a lot of calculations and you're not the best at maths, then you might just try and make an informed decision with the best information that you've got available. So although it might not be a rational decision, you're trying to make a decision on the best information available. So that's, again, lack of knowledge about a market or product causes irrational consumer behaviour. So this is sometimes referred to by economists as bounded rationally, where economic agents do the best that they can given the information available. And this consumer weakness at consumption / impulse bit here is what we're saying about sales. Alright, so that's actually all of got today on irrational consumer behaviour, so I hope you learned a bit more.